Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, and we are back with our NHL 15 Be a Pro series following Rick DiPietro and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, last time we finally got our first Maple Leafs victory against the Arizona Coyotes. We won that game, held on to win that 3-2. Morgan Riley putting up 2 goals in that game. And ever since that game, the Toronto Maple Leafs have gone on a 4-game winning streak, I believe. So they are starting to play like they did last year. Getting some wins under their belt, but now we're going up against a tough team here against the Chicago Blackhawks at home, though. So it's gonna be a tough game, especially with Jonathan Toews, Patrick Kane, Patrick Sharp, Duncan Keith, all those guys a part of the Chicago Blackhawks. But at least we're at home, and Toronto is playing better as of lately, so things are looking up. But we're gonna see if we can get our second win in a row with DiPietro here. See if we can improve to 2-1-1. Definitely want to see if we can get those wins that win, I guess that win, what's it called? The expectations, the win expectations up there. We want to see if we can get that up to the max that we need to get to. But here we go. Chicago versus Toronto in the ACC. Should be a good game. Should be a very good game, especially if Crawford's in the net for Chicago. We'll have to see. But it's 9-7-2 Chicago, 9-6-2 Toronto. I haven't been talking through these intros as of lately because really there's not much to talk about. Team of the Year coming out tomorrow. The offensive team of the year, so you can get a hold of when I'm recording this. There's Patrick Kane. I believe Corey Crawford is in the net. And alright, so there's DiPietro, 1-1-1, 2.97, 0.85 save percentage. No shutouts for Dippy so far, but we did get that 1 win under our belts, which is good. And Corey Crawford will get the start for the Blackhawks. 6-6-1, 2.33 save percentage of 0.923. So save percentage is good. Goals against average is it's decent. 6-6-1 though. Alright, so it looks like the backup for Chicago is actually doing a lot better than Corey Crawford is. But nonetheless, here we go in the ACC. Toronto versus Chicago. Definitely going to have to see if Toronto can break through this tough Chicago defense. Here's Kadri up, skates right in. Low shot on Crawford, and he does make the save. Alright, here's Kane over to Toews. Gotta watch out because these shots are going to be coming in hot, man. Letty's not in New York, and he makes the save. Enough. Here's Kane. Blocked off by Kessel. Nice job. And he'll give it up to JVR. And JVR tried to cut through the middle. Letty cuts it off and gives it back to Toews. Alright, Jonathan Toews. Pass back to Keith. Low slap shot by Duncan Keith, blocked away though by DiPietro, and the Toronto Maple Leafs get it back up. Here's JVR. He'll dump it around the back. Kessel goes in and chases it. He gets it, pushed along the wall for Toews, and Toews does dig it out away from Kessel and gives it back up to Kane. Back to Letty, back to Keith, and Duncan Keith back to Nick Letty, who will get it up to the wing over to Don't Be Sod. Brendan Sod, low shot again, saved by DiPietro, and Riley gives it right back out. And JVR takes it again. Wants to get off for a line change though. Oh, nice little cut there through JVR, but Versteeg takes it off him back to Sod. Brendan Sod will dump it in. I should have cut that one off. Enough's right there for it. Ward plays himself, and we do manage to make that save on Chris Versteeg. I guess that counts as a shot. Alright, here's Bozak. Bozak taken off though by Seabrook, and he gives it up to Teuvo Teravainen. He's playing, and he's going to dump it in and go offside. So Teuvo's playing. Interesting. Alright, so last 10, Toronto 5-5 in their last 10. They're starting to turn around a little bit here. Centerelli wins the faceoff. Gardner. Jake Gardner back to Carter Ashton. Over to Franzen. Up the middle to Santorelli. Over to the wing to Booth. Back to Santorelli. Back to Booth. And up in the middle, Ashton. Kind of breakdown there. Oh my god, they're cuddling. They're cuddling. They're spooning. Ben Smith over to Richards. Up here's Andrew Shaw. Low shot. Glove by DiPietro. Let's dish that out over to the corner for Booth. And right up the middle, that should go for an icing, as it will. Go for an icing. Nice play there by a pass from David Booth.
Just a little under 8 minutes to go here in the first.
So Chicago not hesitating to put shots on net. Up, there's a shot by Ryan Hartman. And I'll dish that one out there. Santorelli should take that. Oh, and we cause a penalty. So there we go. We decided to dish it out. Santorelli was clean to look for it. And it looks like they're going to get, who was that? 29. Is that, it's Brian Bickle. Yeah. So they're going to get Brian Bickle for a high sticking call or a slashing call on Bickle, one or the other. It's probably a high sticking call, I would think. So Toronto will get a power play out of it after DiPietro's smart play there. But as you guys saw early on here, Chicago not hesitant to put shots on net. Oh shit! Oh my God! Collision City, Collision City. Look like yourself a lockout there. Good lord. All right, here's Bozak. Bozak cuts right into the middle. Low shot on Crawford, and he pushes out off to the side. Keith tried to send it around the back. Clarkson takes it over though. Bozak tried to get it off Taves, but Taves will dump it all the way back down. Chicago's got a pretty good penalty kill, I would imagine. All right, Clarkson, and gets away from Sharp over to Franzen now, or yeah, back to him. Bozak clean look there, shot blocker saved though by Crawford. Clarkson back to Franzen over to Bozak out in front. Missed the attempted cross crease pass though. Gardner knocks it down, and he'll dump it back in. Clarkson goes in the chase. Duncan Keith takes it though, and right off the boards and back down. And Toronto will probably get maybe one more rush here. Right, Bozak takes it up the wing. Tyler Bozak cuts into the middle. I tried for a drop pass to Clarkson, and he's going to go back on sides, and that'll do it for the power play. So nothing really doing there. A couple shots on net, but nothing too scary there. Right, so we got about 4 minutes still left here in the first. Saad will give it over to Chris Versteeg. Versteeg back to Saad. Toe drags and tries for a shot, but gets deflected at the corner. Phaneuf back to Riley and up to JVR. JVR over to Kadri. Kadri makes a deke back to JVR. JVR up cross. What a pass from JVR to Phil Kessel. Backdoor cross crease shot. That's a goal. Nice shot there from Phil to throw Kessel. And the Maple Leafs will take a 1-0 lead here. JVR and Kadri will get the assists. Nice pass from JVR. What a saucer pass all the way through everything. Kadri just let it go. Kadri could have put a stick on it. Lost his helmet too. Yeah, look at that. Kadri could easily put a stick on that. Who was that? Rumblad. Rumblad not doing too much defending at all on Kessel. He just pretty much let that one go. But Kadri definitely had the capability to put a stick on there. He'd let it go. And Kessel was waiting for it on a 1T, and he capitalizes on it, and the Maple Leafs take a 1-0 lead over the Chicago Blackhawks late in the first. Bouncing ass puck, Bickle gets it. There's, who was that, Kruger, I think? All right, Kadri waits, stops up, hits it back to JVR, and last minute of play here in the first. JVR switches wings, gives it back to Kessel in the middle. And gives it over to Riley, who will enter the zone. Morgan Riley back to Phaneuf, back to Kadri, going back and forth with it. Kadri takes a double shot there. JVR gets it. Kadri back. 1 second left. Get a shot on that. Ooh, Nazem Kadri found Phil Kessel in the middle there, but time did run out. That might have been a second goal there for Kessel. Who didn't know? But that was some crazy like shifting by the Maple Leafs there, going back and forth, switching up wings there at the final seconds. Kadri had a chance there to maybe get another goal, but that goal from Phil Kessel will be the only tally in the first period, as it's 1-0 Toronto lead, 6 to shots to 5. I lost my connection to the EA servers, not that it matters though, but we're all good. So time on attack, a little bit in Chicago's favor. Chicago making much more passes. We got that power play, and face-offs are 4-2 because Chicago definitely has some better centers. All right, but we're out there, the first 1-0 lead for the Mapes, and we're good to go. And ooh, there's a power play too. There must have been a penalty at the end of that end of the first period here. So Toronto does get a power play out of it, and we're gonna get another little power play here action. All right, so Phil Kessel picks it up. Oh, nice pass in front of the JVR, blocked off. Again, another cross crease in front, and there it goes again. Kadri feeds JVR, and another power play goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they will go up 2-0 in this game. So there you go. Who'd they call? Ooh, Rumblad, I guess. Yeah, number 5 is David Rumblad. So Rumblad with the penalty there. Feed right in front to JVR from Nazem the Dream. And 2 power play goals for the Maple Leafs as they go up 2-0 on the Blackhawks. That was a ripper off the post and in. Nice shot from Jiver. And Toronto will go up 2-0. Power play goal for JVR, assisted from Kadri and Kessel. So each member of the first line with 2 points. I do want to check something here in the settings, though. Audio and visual. Audio. Where's the goal horn? All right, I want to make sure I put that up a little bit, just because I'm not hearing it in post-production. So I just want to make sure that the goal horn's coming through. All right, so here we go. We got 2-0 lead here. We're working pretty good. JVR, oh man, the first line is clicking in this game, that's for sure. Kadri, Kessel, and Van Riemsdyk are definitely clicking together in this game so far. All of them have 2 points. And there's another win there. Kessel gets it back. Kessel, ooh, nice float around there from Phil the Thrill. Turned around, spun around, took a shot on net, and managed to get a slap shot, but that was easily gloved, though, by Corey Crawford. And, okay, they do win a face-off here. Jalmerson will send it around the back. Could not be handled. Kessel gets it back. Cross crease out in front. That might have went off a Chicago defenseman, or else that might have been a third goal for that first line of the Maple Leafs. But luckily, it was not in the net for Chicago's sake. All right, Kadri intercepts that from Brad Richards. Nicely done. Morgan Riley looking for something there. Gets blocked off, but second try up. Third chance. They turn it over again. Jalmerson out in front. Ben Smith looking for a cross crease. Deflected by Phaneuf. And taken over by Riley. And the Maple Leafs will get it out. Yes, they will. All right, here's Phil Kessel. Kessel feeds JVR. JVR made an unnecessary deke back to the middle, and Kane intercepts. Here's Jonathan Toews. Taser. Ooh, tried to do for a cross crease over to Kane. Toews gets it back, though. Ooh, Kane takes a shot, though. I believe Kadri blocked that one off. Clarkson takes it over. Kadri gets it back. And right up this middle to Phaneuf, and JVR takes it. Hopefully going for a line change now. Oh, nice feed to Clarkson. Wow. All right, David Clarkson. Tried to take a bit of a harder shot than there. That was a pussy-ass shot. That was such a weak shot from him. That wasn't even funny. Crawford was laughing at that, making that save. All right, Teravainen and Glendening will dump it in. And handled by Gardner. And he will spin around and give it up to Ashton. Carter Ashton skates around him, and he'll dump it in. Bouncing ass puck, and handled by David Booth. Back skates, turns her back. Goes over to Gardner, back to Franzen, over to Booth. Booth trying to settle up something. Shot by Gardner, tipped, and it's in! It is tipped by, who's that? That's Carter Ashton, I think, right? Number 37. I always forget his number when he scores. I think that was Carter Ashton who tipped that 5-hole. It is Carter Ashton tips the point shot from Jake Gardner, and that's going to be the third goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs here. That goes 5-hole on Corey Crawford. Nice deflection there by Carter Ashton right in front. Deflection 5-hole on Corey Crawford, and it's going to be a 3-0 lead now for the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Chicago Blackhawks of all teams too. Chicago's defense not doing so good here, and Corey Crawford a little bit shaky, but Carter Ashton gets the goal from Jake Gardner and David Booth, and Toronto has a comfortable 3-0 lead so far. Alright, Clarkson does the smart thing, dumps it in. And Toronto go in and chase. Nick Leddy held to the boards. Taken over by Bozak out in front to Clarkson. Takes his shot. Blocker save, though, by Crawford. Alright, here's Ryan Hartman. Hartman will dump it in. Phaneuf should be there to knock it down. Gets it out quick to Lupul and over to Riley. Riley up to Bozak. Bozak gets in. Back to Lupul. Lupul, ooh, tried for a nice feed there for Bozak, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And Chicago go no other way. Here's Kruger, and he gets intercepted on the back check by Bozak. Leddy now. Leddy, pass up to Bickle. Bickle. Oh, Jesus, man. There's that stupid animation again. But luckily, we don't get too boned by it. Clarkson gets up to Lupul. And Joffrey will take it in. Joffrey up, turns back, gets away from Lay, just dumps it around the back. And Duncan Keith will take it over to Kane, over to Toews. All right, here's Jonathan Toews. Here's Taser. Oh, nice move by Jonathan Toews. Feeds it back to Kane. That was a smart play. Sharp and Toews. Leddy back to Keith. Blocked in front, though. Nice block, though, by Phil Kessel on that Duncan Keith shot. Way to go, Phil. And Phil coming the other way. Toe drags. Oh, blockers. Oh, Jesus. That was a weak backhanded shot, too. Clarkson and Kessel. Kane over to Sharp. Back to Teravainen. Oh, blocker saved by DiPietro. We did get a piece of that. Kane back to Seabrook. Over to Kane. Back to Hjalmarsson. And Kadri does get it away from Jonathan Toews. Or Patrick Sharp, I should say. They clear it out. And that'll do it for the second period. So 2 Toronto Maple Leaf goals in this second period. Power play goal for JVR. And a deflection goal for Carter Ashton. And the Leafs up 3-0 over the Chicago Blackhawks here in this game going into the third. Comfortable lead. Only 6 shots on net for Chicago. Toronto's doing a good job of blocking off shots, keeping Chicago wide, not letting shots go too much to the net, but we're doing good. 3:17, 3:11 time of attack. Chicago's passing is still good. Got those 2 power plays under our belts, and faceoffs are tied 6-6. So we're doing pretty good. Going into the third, we got a 3-goal lead here. Routine is definitely more than comfortable in place here. I don't want to get too greedy. Like that almost hit. That was almost a nice pass there from Taser over to Sharp, but they do get it out here. Nice pass back to Kessel. A little bit of give and go though. JVR will take it offsides. Alright, first line still looking for maybe a possible 3-point night for every person on the first line, but no, I'll take 2 points for each. Kessel has 2 assists, which is good. Actually, no, who has 2 assists? Kadri has 2 assists. Kadri didn't get a goal. He has 2 assists. Kessel and JVR both have a goal and an assist each. Speaking of Phil Kessel, he dumps it in, gets knocked off by Hjalmarsson though. Seabrook held there from Kadri, and Seabrook will send it back for Hjalmarsson. Over to Versteeg, over to Teravainen. Teuvo Teravainen, and what the hell's going on here? Up, fight? Is there a fight in the back? Yes, there is. There's a fight going on there. No, there's a roughing call. Yeah, it's a roughing call. I guess. I don't know what the hell happened in the back there. Did the goalie get run? I guess so. JVR and Seabrook were just trying to mess here a little bit. And yeah, I guess they're going to call JVR and Brent Seabrook each 2 minutes for roughing. I guess in the back there. So, you know, I'll take it. A little bit of 4-on-4 hockey coming at us here. Don't know what the reason was that for, but anyway, we'll go 4-on-4 here. Bozak wins it. Gardner over to Riley. Up to Lupul, back to Riley. And he waits for an outlet over to Bozak. Bozak, nice move, gets through. Backhander on that and Crawford, but easily handled by him, and he will hold. Quarter of the way through the third here so far. Still 3-0 lead for Toronto. And another win there for Bozak. Lupul takes it. Oh, they're doing the push play, the Flash Davin play. All right, interesting. Kane, don't let him walk in. Kane takes a shot on that, blocked off by DiPietro. Up, here's Toews. On the back of the net. Oh, yeah. He caught me cheating. Jonathan Toews does get the goal on the wraparound, and it'll be a 3-1 lead. An assisted goal for Toews. Caught me going off the post. I definitely wanted to hang off the post a little bit because what's his face? Who's that? Seabrook was pinching up from the point, as well as Kane was over there on the other side as well, because he was just around the back of the net too. So I wanted to make sure that if he was going to go for a cross crease, I had enough time to maybe get over there and block it. But you know, sometimes you gotta sacrifice letting off the post a little bit, and shit like that can happen. So whatever. It's Jonathan Toews of all people too, so nothing we really have to be too ashamed about. But the shutout is ruined, unfortunately. But we still got a 2-goal lead with about 10 minutes left to go here in the third period. We're in pretty good hands right now. Nice pass up, block, low shot again. He's taking a lot of low shots here in this period. 13 saves for Crawford on 16 shots for Toronto. And Toews wins the face-off. Hjalmarsson take it to the boards. Get in there. Get in there, Santorelli. All right, Toews takes it now. Over to Sharp. Sharp back to Kane. Kane takes a backhander on net wide. Sharp back to Seabrook. Over to Hjalmarsson. Back to Sharp. Blocker save though from DiPietro, and we knock it down, and Phaneuf easily handles that over to Booth. We got about 8 minutes still left here. Booth keeps it in. Nice feed to Ashton. Takes a low shot again. Gets his own rebound though. Trying to push it short side on him. Ashton trying to get it off Hjalmarsson, and he's going to take a penalty. Oh man, a double minor. Double minor for high sticking. Hjalmarsson's bleeding. Because you know, this game's ready to T for team. No blood, but he's going to take a double minor for high sticking on Hjalmarsson. So that's not good. Chicago's going to get a power play here with 7:26 left, down by 2. Teravainen wins it. Here's Keith, who takes a shot blocked off though by Gardner. Gardner, a lot of Toronto defensemen are doing a good job blocking shots off. See, one good thing about today's game is they're blocking shots like crazy, not letting much go through to the net. Right, here's Teravainen. Teravainen speeding in. He feeds Leddy, but he wasn't even in the zone yet, and that's going to be offsides. 17-10 are the shots.
Under 7 minutes left to go here in the third.
Toronto's had one of the worst leads you can have in this sport. Keith stays on side surprisingly. Another block shot. Nice block shot there from Roman Polak, putting his body on the line. Makes a nice block there. Alright, Keith gives over to Taves, back to Keith. And Keith over to Kane. Kane toe drags to the middle, speeds to the outside, back in front there, block shot. That might have been a goal. Here's Taves, low shot, sharp, and glove save. We didn't get the glove on it, but we managed to knock it down at the very least on the shot there from Sharp, and cleared back down. All right, halfway through the first power play. Oh, Jesus, man. Back to 5-on-3 as Roman Polak's going to get caught for another slashing call here. Man, oh man, Leafs, you guys are killing me right now. 5-on-3 again for another 2 minutes. Richards shot on that. Easy save for DiPietro, and Riley will just dump it all the way back down. It's going to be 5-on-3 for another 2 minutes here. Trying to kill off this penalty. So another 5-on-3. Big hit in the back. Side up to Richards. Teravainen's shot. Stretching DiPietro out. Makes the blocker save, though. A nice move there by Jake Gardner to get around Teravainen. It allows him to dump it back down. All right, Rundblad takes it, and long stretch pass up to Brad Richards. Brad Richards waiting for some support there. Nice poke check by Gardner, and Bozak's right there to clear it back down. Go for a line change if you need it. There you go. And Rundblad waits it around the back of the net. Gives it over to Seabrook, who will push into the zone. There's Brent Seabrook streaking in. And misses the pass. Here's Rundblad. Takes a shot blocked off again by DiPietro. Here's Richards, who tries that feed in front. To side. And oh Jesus, flicked out by DiPietro. I guess it did the same thing again. I wanted to anticipate the cross crease, but we know we got caught in our own net a little bit, and managed to just flick the puck back out. And Saad gets it, and power plays are over. Teravainen just a low shot on net. Oh, Saad, misses it wide, and Richards couldn't handle the rebound off the back, and the Leafs do clear it out. Bozak streaks in, Rundblad taken off though, and here's back up to Saad. Saad with a double toe drag, gets knocked down though by Cody Franzen. Nice check. Final minute here of play coming up. Bozak will take it up the wing. Good penalty killing though by the Leafs, and nice goaltending by DiPietro as well. Oh, and they feed it right back up to Kane. Kane, 1-on-1. Empty net, dumps it. Brent Seabrook takes a shot though, but blocked off by DiPietro, and Lupul will hit Kadri. Kadri, unselfish feeds Kessel, but he misses the net. Kadri off the rebound, takes the shot, misses the net as well. Franzen takes the shot, all cut off by Hjalmarsson. Good lord, Leafs can't even hit the empty net right now. Here's Bickle over to Taves. Taves over to Seabrook, and misses the pass to Bickle again, and he's going to hit Kessel. Kessel, get rid of it, Phil. That's fine, you get it back out of the zone. I'll take that. As Chicago go offsides with 23 seconds still left here in the third. 6 skaters on for Chicago. And they do win it. Taves over to Seabrook. Seabrook, and Kadri intercepts. Kadri back to Riley, hits Phil Kessel. He's body checked off by Hjalmarsson. Sharp, and he will get it back over to Bickle. Back over to Taves. Taves feeds him. JVR up to Kadri. Kessel, hit it. Kessel, Jesus, man. Get the Leafs a pair of glasses. They cannot hit empty nets for the life of them. Doesn't matter, though. The Leafs will hold on for the 3-1 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks, as DiPietro will get his second win in a row, and the Toronto Maple Leafs will increase their winning streak to 5 consecutive games. Very good game. Very good game by the Leafs to get some early goal support for us. Only goal we let up was that kind of just, you know, kind of that goal from Jonathan Toews around the back of the net where we let off the post. Maybe if we didn't let off the post so early, might have had a chance to save it, but we did make some pretty good saves late in the game. And we hold on for the 3-1 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. Stop 18 of 19 shots, not bad. Very good game for us, actually. And 17 shots for Toronto, 19 shots for Chicago. They definitely had the time and attack passing over us. Power plays were getting a little bit iffy at the end there with those high sticking calls, especially that double minor and the one that Roma Polak caused. But other than that, we were good. 13-10 were the face-offs, and we get the win. Nicely done. 3 stars of the game, the whole first line. Kessel, JVR, and Kadri all with 2 points apiece. Kadri had 2 assists. JVR and Kessel both get a goal and assist each. And DiPietro, definitely a notable star. 18 of 19 shots saved. Not bad. Very good game, and we increased the Leafs to get double-digit wins, too. 10 wins on the year. Very good game. Definitely felt a bit more confident in that game. I mean, the Leafs, they definitely gave me the chance to win that game too. Their defense was very good that game. They blocked a hell of a lot of shots. Defense was definitely very good that game. Blocked a hell of a lot of shots. They back checked well. They kept Chicago to the outside basically pretty much. And you know, that's how you win a hockey game. Keep your opponent to the outside, block shots, back check, and things will go well for you. But here we go. We get some time to rest now. Got some time to rest. So hopefully Bernier, or actually it's Jimmy Reimer, I think can hopefully get us some wins, and we get another win there. So not starting off against Chicago again, who's kind of struggling a little bit now. But we increase our win streak to 6 consecutive games. And 7 consecutive games now. Alright, so we get a 7-game winning streak now with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Increase our record to 12-6-2. And we're going to be right back at it again, as we're going to be on the road this time, as we're going to go to our rivals from Les Ottawa and take on the Ottawa Senators next time around. So Ottawa will be up next. We're doing pretty good. Ottawa has a decent record, 13-6, going up against the 12-6-2 Maple Leafs. Are doing pretty good. We actually got a lot of experience that last game too. So let's actually see if we have any points to put into Rick DiPietro before this next game. We do. We can upgrade, I believe, 1 stat per thing. Alright, so angles, breakaways, 5 holes, glove highs, glove lows. Let's increase our 5. Yeah, do we want to increase 5 hole or glove? Let's increase our 5 hole here, because you know, 5 hole goals have been going in pretty frequently for the past couple times I've been seeing. Poke checks, rebound control, and recovery. Let's go for recovery. I definitely want to recover a little bit faster. And athletic category, aggressiveness, yeah, we still have to wait for that category to go up a bit. Alright, so we'll just increase our 5 hole and our recovery a bit. Increase those points, and we'll be ready next game to take on the Ottawa Senators. So if you guys enjoyed that game, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always, and we'll see you guys next time as we take on the Ottawa Senators.